Good evening, everyone. This is Raul Ortega, and this is the Week 11 update. Let's get right down to this. We got a lot to talk about. First and foremost, games close at 7:30 today. The first game of the week is San Antonio at Brooklyn. That's going to be a massacre. Next, I want to talk about the top free agents. There are the three top free agents for this week are Taj Gibson, Kent Bazemore, and Lou Williams. Joakim Noah is injured. He's on IR. Expect Todd Gibson to get more minutes. Expect him to get more opportunities. Right now, he's averaging about 16.7 points over the last 15 days. Also has a nice matchup. Kent Bazemore has 3 games against teams that are not playing well as far as defense goes. They're under the top 15. He's averaging about 18.8 fantasy points per game as of right now. Lou Williams has 4 games. 2 of them against teams that are within the bottom 5 in defense, being New Orleans and Houston. He's averaging about 17.7 fantasy points with about 30 minutes a game. All right. Want to talk about trades real fast. We had a huge trade that just happened last week, a 10 player trade, and we've had 2 more trades that's happened in the last couple weeks. Just want to let you guys know how the process works. Number 1, once a trade gets accepted, it goes through a 2-day voting process. All the teams have an opportunity to vote on it, either veto or accept it. If there are 4 vetoes, then the trade is vetoed and it has to be renegotiated. If it accepts, then the trade gets processed and all the new players go on your bench. So you have to make sure you put them back into your starting lineup so that you have them ready to play. If you don't, well then, that's not going to work out for you. All right, let's get into the good stuff. The weekly trophies. Okay. The most points last week was Jeremy Zebetter-Commish, 464 points. The least points was Las Vegas Pretty Boys, 302 points. The biggest win, Team Audacious, 120 points. And the biggest loss, Las Vegas Pretty Boys, 120 points. One thing to point out is that 4 teams broke 400 points last week. An additional 3 teams broke 350 points last week. This is getting heated up. The teams are starting to play really well. We are all so close to each other. There are 4 teams tied for first place, 2 teams that are game behind, and 2 more teams that are within about 3 games. With the second half of the season coming in, anything can happen. All right, let's get into those rankings. The top 20 guards, there are 3 free agents to consider. Lou Williams, just talked about him, 71 points, rank 18. J.R. Smith, rank 13, 77 points. Ish Smith, rank 7, 87 points. Your top 5 guards last week were Damian Lillard, 98 points. Klay Thompson, 105 points. Russell Westbrook, 111 points. Kyle Lowry, 114 points. And the number 1 overall fantasy guard was Stephen Curry, 117 points per game. He was benched last week. If anyone wanted to see a cool video, watch the video he did against Sacramento. He hit a 3-pointer before it even fell. It was absolutely amazing. Right as of right now, he is averaging about 23.2 fantasy points per game reality points per game with 6.8 assists. That didn't work. With 6.8 assists. Next up, the top 20 forwards of last week, forward/centers. 2 free agents to look at. Ian Mahinmi, number 13, 83 points. Amir Johnson, number 12, 84 points. Top 5 forwards were Zach Randolph, 105 points. Benched. Al Horford, 105 points. Klay Thompson, 105 points. So 3 players in the top 5, number 5 with 105 points. Draymond Green, 120 points. Carmelo Anthony, 120 points. LeBron James, 130 points. The number 1 overall fantasy forward was, here it is. Watch this, people. Watch him turn around. Bam! Before it even fell. Amazing. One more time. Boom! There it is. Amazing. Anyways, the top forward center was DeMarcus Cousins, who had a crazy 142 points last week. He went off 32.4 points per game, 13 rebounds per game, shooting over 50% from the field. He is back. Must start. Don't bench this guy unless he has 2 games. And even then, you might even still consider playing him, depending on what your matchups are. All right. Finally, the moment y'all been waiting for. Who has the committee picked for this week's matchups? Let's find out. First game is, let's just check to make sure the lineup is still the way it is. It is. Okay. First game is the Commish versus Las Vegas Pretty Boys. Las Vegas Pretty Boys is on a 4-game losing streak. Really needs to do something to get back on the winning ways, or else he's going to be outside looking in. Like I said, people, once you get a trade in, all you guys are getting on the bench. Make sure you start the players. Make sure you get them guys back in the lineup. As of right now, as you see, they're not in. Hopefully, they'll be in before 7:30. So as of right now, the committee has picked the commish to win the rematch. Las Vegas Pretty Boys won the first time around. Next up, Team Audacious versus he split it open and came inside. Do a quick reload and see if you got everybody again. Oh, there we go. Everyone's in now. Okay. So he split it open and came inside. He's got his 5 players now. Team Audacious got her 5 players. Team Audacious, 6-game winning streak. Team Audacious, trophy every week. Team Audacious, predicted to win by the committee. Can't go against this team until somebody beats her. Fun fact, if Team Audacious wins this week, she would be the only team in the season to have beaten every single player at least once. And she would have had revenge against both teams. Crazy. But this really is going to be a good matchup. Game of the week. Team Jensen versus Jeremy is a better commish. Both teams are first place in their respective division. Both teams are loaded with this matchup. Team Jensen, powerful team. Jeremy's better commish, another powerful team. The committee really was split, but the tiebreaker went to Jeremy is a better commish. Jeremy's better commish, so the committee to shove it last week by getting the most points last week and looks to continue on their winning ways. And if Team Audacious lose, Jeremy's better commish will be solely alone in first place. Look at that. Last game, Team A-Flow, who lost in a heartbreaker against Vitamin D's Nuts. D's Nuts Vitamin D, who also lost in a heartbreaker. Both teams lost on the weekend. Telling you guys, you know, this is how close it is now. We are within games from winning and losing. We got some good matchups coming in. Could it be a lack of depth? Could these teams need to make some moves to get over the hump and become one of these winning teams? We'll find out. But as of right now, the committee has made a prediction, and they went for Team A-Flow. So there you go. That is the Week 11 recap video. Make trades, pick them up on the wire, and I'll see y'all next week. Signing off.